Hey Internet, welcome to part 2 of our Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and now Dragon Ball Super retrospective. I am one of your hosts, Mark, aka MF Jones.
And I am Niels RY, aka the Broly Bully.
Woo! My man. And this is Pop Culture Parenting. If you were with us last episode, we were talking about Dragon Ball Z. Now, we are moving on to a couple things. We're moving on to Dragon Ball Super and a movie that we both recently saw, the Broly movie. Alright? So, Nels.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Life is great.
Life is good.
Life is great.
God is good.
Amen.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Hell Shenron.
So, Mark, one thing.
Do you think in the Dragon Ball universe they go to church and they Hell Shenron?
Nah.
It's only Bulma and her friends know about Shenron. How fucking greedy is that? That they don't share the Dragon Balls with no one else.
Bruh, it's a capitalistic world, man.
It's probably smart, though.
Yeah, they're probably like... You know, the funny thing is, they are the only ones to get the Dragon Balls, but they're at the point of badassness that, like, Shenron can't really do much for them.
He can't do shit for them.
All he does is bring folks back from the dead. That's it. Or make a memorial.
From my slumber. Hey, yeah, whatever, nigga. Look.
Yeah. Like, there's... Goku could kill Shenron right now.
He probably could. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
So one piece of feedback that I got, and so I'm going to give a warning to folks that this is explicit content.
And spoiler filled.
Because the irony, somebody was like, the irony that we have a we have a parent podcast that we can't play in front of their kids.
Well, I mean, we didn't say it was for kids.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
It's parenting.
And you know, some parents don't mind the cussing. I would be mindful. Be mindful. There is some explicit content and there is some spoilers.
I will consciously try not to, but that will probably not happen. So
because we're going to talk about Broly, I can guarantee that's going to happen.
So deal with it. But yeah. So to catch you guys up, we talked about Dragon Ball Z. And we'll talk about how we got here a little bit. So Dragon Ball Z happened, aired on Toonami.
Yes, it did.
We saw the last episode. Spirit bombed by everyone in the universe and the world.
Yes.
Kid Buu.
Yes.
Hercule. Help! Oh, put your hands up, everybody! Help!
Well, if the Asian Hulk Hogan is saying we should do this, then we absolutely should.
No bullshit. If I heard The Rock in my mind told me to put my hands up,
my hands are going up.
Yeah, my hands are going up.
No question. I ain't even asking.
So Buu Saga happens. Yo, real quick. Buu Saga happens and we're done. We get Dragon Ball GT. Mixed feelings. I personally...
What are the mixed feelings on GT?
Some people fuck with GT, man. Some people do.
Who and how?
They're not here right now.
Clearly.
They're not.
Are they in America?
They're hiding in caves or in the sewers with it.
Let me quickly describe what GT is. In Dragon Ball GT, someone wishes Goku to be a kid again. And so the entire show is Goku, his granddaughter, and a lame version of Trunks exploring the space for Dragon Balls.
You know what GT is? GT is Japan. More Goku, please. Toriyama's like, I'm kind of done. And Japan's like, well, we got more money to make, so Dragon Ball GT.
I have never seen an entire series jump the ship. Or jump the shark, excuse me.
I don't like GT. There's nothing really that I can pull from GT that I like. Toonami has a couple good GT intros that I fuck with. They do. There's like 2 good Toonami GT intros.
They do have Super Saiyan 4, which is good to see like in fan art.
Yeah.
But not good in good in practice.
Exactly. Super Saiyan 4 is kind of cool to see. And then after that, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
But GT, the writing I feel like is bad. I feel like the animation's bad. I don't want anything to do with it. I can go the rest of my life without watching any GT ever.
The soundtrack is bad.
Oh, like step into the track it, Grand Tour.
And I was like, that's what GT stands for,
bruh. So anyway, we didn't have any Dragon Ball. You know, that's what it was. But OVA came out. I don't know if you've seen this. It's called like Yo Soy. I don't know. Goku and his friends return. Mm-hmm. It's basically it's Japanese. I don't think there's an English dub of it, but it's Goku and everyone coming back together. It takes place a couple, I want to say maybe weeks or months after the Buu Saga, and it's basically Mr. Satan opens up this new hotel. Goku and everyone comes back together, and like, hey, they're basically just having a party. Mm-hmm. Nothing really substantial happens. You do meet.
Oob.
You do meet Vegeta's brother, who is mentioned in Super.
Yep.
He's mentioned in Super, but never seen. So that's where you meet Vegeta's brother.
Gotcha.
But other than that, it's just like, hey, let's get the band back together, blah, blah, blah. And Japan was like, hey, people still fuck with Dragon Ball. And that's how we got Kai. That's how we got Kai, right?
Through Vegeta's little brother.
Yeah, basically. Okay, cool. And so Kai, but then we got something else. We got Dragon Ball Super.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Super, man, which took the series, which is actually, I guess you could technically say Dragon Ball Super is a midquel, because Dragon Ball Super happens before the last episode of Z, where Dragon Ball Super happens before Oob.
Oh,
Oob's not in Super.
Good point.
Oob's not in Super.
That's a very good point. And we never get Oob in Super, do we?
Well, we could talk about that, but there's rumors that Super is going to continue, or we're going to get some type of movie or something. But
gotcha.
From Super as we know it happens after Buu Saga and ends before Goku fights Oob at the martial arts tournament. So, and those of you who don't know, Super is a continuation. So we get Dragon Ball Super. How do you feel about Super?
I mean, I loved Super. The episodes that I saw. Now, mind you, I have been trained and conditioned in the world of Dragon Ball Z that I skip episodes. I only go into what people refer to. Yeah. Because again, I'm just like, I have been knee deep in Japanese anime for 15 years of my life. Yeah. I know how to watch Japanese anime. Which unfortunately means that I don't become super obsessed with animes that are shown in long form, right? Like, we talking about the ones that I really truly mess with, the 10 intense episodes, and then other stuff.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight. That's why, and I'm with you. That's why I fuck with Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like, I will say Brotherhood is one of the tightest start to finish animes of all time.
It's the best anime.
It probably is.
It's the best anime.
But I'm with you. I think I've seen more Super episodes than you. But again, I'll just say I have not seen every Super episode. I've seen a lot. I think that Super is probably like 100 and something odd episodes. Yeah. I think I've seen at least 60 to 70 episodes of Super.
One thing I can appreciate about Super is like, it's got the Kai writing. Like, you can see like it's higher quality, like Kai is. They're not as tight.
They're in their element. It's not as, because I think Super still has filler.
Yeah.
But you can tell these actors are in their element. These writers, these Funimation actors, writers are in their element. They know, they've been here, they've done that. They did Kai, now they're in Super.
One thing I do appreciate about Super, though, the characters. the new characters that we get introduced to, it did not take me a long time to feel them. Like I was like, yep, I'm with it. Let's go.
So Super is we'll start. It started with Battle of Gods, which was a Dragon Ball Z movie technically.
Yes.
So Battle of Gods is
that shocked the world.
That shocked the world, right?
Hold on, people were like, do you remember when the trailer came out? People were like, hold on, what? Hold on, is this? What is this?
I guess to get into, let's talk about the Dragon Ball Z movies real quick.
Okay.
Because Battle of Gods is a canon movie.
Yeah. Which again is a crazy concept for us.
Because
Dragon Ball Z
none of the Dragon Ball Z movies have been canon.
Hence why we haven't mentioned Cooler.
Just real quick, so my favorite movies, Dead Zone. I think The World's Strongest is my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie.
It is really good.
It's really good.
Who knew? A giant robot brain.
Dr. Willow.
Yeah.
Like, I want your body. You and that was back when Ocean Dub did the Ocean Dub did the and I forget the voice actor's name, but he was the same guy who voiced Bob and Reboot.
Yeah, such a great show.
Good show.
Such a great show.
Maybe we'll talk about that one day. But
Mark, y'all didn't see this. Mark legit put his hand on his chest and hit the little reboot button. If I could have
any power though, for real, maybe a reboot button on me. Just like reboot.
You don't want Glitch or his little his joint.
Oh man, for another day. But The World's Strongest. Lord Slug has a special place in my heart.
Interesting.
Because of the Disturbed soundtrack.
Yeah, those Dragon Ball Z movies went really deep into
They went really hard. And
was it called Alternate Metal or something like that?
Yo, get down with it. No, they had Disturbed and... Oh, man, who else? Was it... It wasn't System of a Down. There was another group that was on that soundtrack, but like... Those first couple, and even Cooler, the Cooler soundtrack went ham.
Yeah.
They went ham.
It sounded like the weight room at a typical white high school.
Yes. A lot of, and I don't know what it was called, like 2000, what was that? New Rock,
I don't know what it was called.
That whole System of a Down.
I'm sure it was called
Linkin
Alternate Metal or something like that.
Alternate Metal.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that shit was called, where like white boys were just a little too emotional. But
hey, but you know what? Great workout music. I definitely got stronger in high school because of that.
Because of Evanescence. What was that?
I can't name you a thing. I just knew that if you weren't 6'3" and weighed over 300 pounds, you could not touch touch the system at the high school.
Wake up!
That song went hard though.
System of a Down's a great fucking band, dude. And then we get Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Well, no. First we get Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
Yeah.
A canon in-universe movie that's going to continue the story.
Upon a time, in a little-known corner of the Earth, new enemies arose, redefining the meaning of strength. Yet Goku always answered the call. He has saved the Earth from every threat. All enemies have been vanquished, and tranquility has come at last. Or so they thought.
Lord Beerus, it's time. Time to wake up.
Did you not prophesize that in 39 years' time an arch-rival worthy of me would appear?
A great Saiyan. He answers to both the names Kakarot and Goku. So, I take it this means you intend to pay a visit to the Saiyans?
I must track down this so-called Super Saiyan. A fascinating adversary is due to emerge. Wait!
Goku!
You're back!
Go ahead and come at me with everything you've got.
I thought you'd never shut up!
I didn't think it was possible. You're a true prodigy, like few I've ever seen. A Super Saiyan God!
You're wrong about Saiyans.
Give up and accept your planet's fate!
Okay, here we go.
Looks like they're ramping it up. Tell me, how does it feel becoming a god?
And we're not going to hear the review Battle of the Gods, but Goku. We found out that there's a God of Destruction. There's something beyond Super Saiyan 3. There's a Super Saiyan God. Real quick, how'd you feel about Battle of Gods?
Loved it.
You loved it.
You forced me to watch that movie because I was like, as you know, because I've said it over and over again in the last podcast, I felt some type of way about Boo.
Yeah.
And I did not like GT. So I was like, I was comfortable in my many years post Dragon Ball Z to be like, I'm done with the series.
Yeah.
I'll play the games. I'll read some fan comics.
Did I mention, or did you on your own find out that because what got me was Akira Toriyama was involved.
No. You forced me.
Okay.
You forced me, and what sold it was when you told me that this summarizes like the first couple of episodes of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And then you sat me down, and then you played the first 5 minutes, and I was like, "Yeah, this is real. This is the real deal."
And I'll stick this to this day. People ask me about Super. I personally don't think you need to watch like the first 42 episodes. I forget where it's like the first 40, 50 episodes of Super. Watch Battle of Gods. Watch Resurrection F, and then go to episode like 48 or whatever,
and that's it.
Because honestly, the first like 50 episodes of Super is like man, it's really man.
It's just those two movies.
Yeah, it pretty much is those two movies,
extended versions of those two movies.
And I think Battle of Gods does better than what Super did.
It did,
but it extended the universe. We got new characters, and like you were saying, dude, I love Beerus, the God of Destruction.
Great,
I love him. Whis might be my favorite new addition to the cast.
Fantastic.
I love Whis.
Hilarious.
I love Whis.
And just the backstory. It's not even like their characters themselves are dope, but the backstory around it, which is like kind of complex if you think about it.
It is.
It's digestible, and
why?
You roll with it.
Well, you know what? We've done this before. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? We've been here before.
And the frustrating thing about Dragon Ball Z is at every like saga, you meet like a new god, and you're just like, okay, this is the supreme
now.
being, and then they just go OD with the Boo saga. They just say like, so he's one, and so is he, and so is he, and he's the biggest one, and then Dragon Ball Super, and it's like, oh well, there's a god of destruction.
So there's another one, but why not? So move on, and things happen. There's a lot of sagas in Dragon Ball Super, and we're not here to really talk about Super, but there's a lot of cool shit that happens in Super.
Yeah, a lot.
Goku Black. I personally fucked with Goku Black.
And for those of y'all who are a little confused, he is not a brother.
He's not black.
He just has black hair.
There's actually
a black outfit.
There's a funny Team 4-Star clip where Goku meets Goku Black. And he's like, I'm Goku Black. He's like, you're not black. You're white or Saiyan or whatever. Because he's not black. They're not black. The Saiyans are whatever. I guess they're supposed to be Japanese. But
we can go into the entire racial background of Dragon Ball episodes because yes, we have not acknowledged the caricature racist concept of Mr. Popo.
Oh man,
coming. Mr. Popo is a caricature. Asia.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all try to make his skin purple and some other stuff like a Pokemon character.
Yeah, like Jinx.
We
can say Mr. Popo was racist.
Yes.
Toriyama has done some racist shit.
Yes.
In his work.
Absolutely.
So, we'll say that.
I think implicit bias is one thing, and clearly Mr. Popo shows that we live in a really jacked up world where people of color, especially black people, all across the world are discriminated against.
Because apparently in the Japanese dub, Mr. Popo speaks in very broken English. He comes off very dumb and very simple in the Japanese sub. They do their best in the dub.
This makes Team 4-Star so dope.
Dog, Mr. Popo comes off like a fucking G.
Yeah, he's so dope.
And yo, shout out to Team 4-Star because he comes off like a fucking G in the 4-Star dub. But But yeah, like, and there's no, like, come on. Japan, I will say, in recent animes, Japan has gotten better in their depiction in black people.
Yeah, so I know this is something that we're going to say at the end, but have you ever thought about how you're going to explain Mr. Popo to Kosi? If she chooses to show it to her.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I've really explained Mr. Popo to myself. You know, because it's just one of those things like where like it's like, and I don't know, maybe I'm bad for this. Something I love and hold dear to my heart has some racist shit in it, and I kind of just let it slide.
Yeah, to be black in America.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of let it slide. So like, I don't know if I've really like contemplated and dealt with what Mr. Popo represents or what he's supposed to represent. You know, because other than Mr. Popo, who was that? The red ribbon guy that Goku fought.
That's pretty much it.
What other black? Is Oob black or is Oob Indian?
Oob, I believe Oob is South Asian.
You think he's South Asian?
Yeah, I believe he's part of that area over there. Which, so like, shout out to y'all because y'all got the strongest.
So what? Oob's Filipino?
No, South Asian. Like, you know, he could either be from India or I forgot the.
Okay, you think he's Indian?
Yeah.
Okay, which would make sense. It makes sense.
Now, I already said this in the last episode, but Piccolo is a brother. He just happens to have green skin and is from Namek, but he's a brother.
He is a brother.
I'm claiming him. We picked him up in the draft.
So, you know, we have Battle of Gods. Goku meets Beerus. They fight. Blah blah blah. So then we get Resurrection F, which is Frieza is back.
After having a really interesting experience in Hell.
Yes.
Where it's like an episode of like a weird combination of the Care Bears and Teletubbies.
He basically got tortured by
Sunshine and Rainbows.
Yeah. So Frieza comes back, gets resurrected, has a new form, which I will say I was highly disappointed in everything about Resurrection F. The fact that Frieza's just gold. I felt like this was just like we said, it was a way to save money in the manga. Like, oh, just draw him like this, he'll be gold. Whatever, Super Saiyan Blue.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't know about you. When I first heard about Super Saiyan Blue, I was super disappointed.
Yeah,
super disappointed.
Me too.
I was like, what the?
The story was good though.
The story was good,
but like I was just like,
and even the story behind Super Saiyan Blue, because you can honestly, I don't know, internet, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can think of Super Saiyan Blue as a perfected form of the Kaioken. But anyway, but I still fucked with Resurrection F to a degree. I mean, it was good to see these guys back. It was good to see Goku and Vegeta fight Frieza again.
Yeah.
I tell you, and that's where Resurrection F made me realize how much respect Frieza deserved.
Yeah.
Because like I said in the last episode, his dad told him, do whatever you want, just don't fight two people in this universe. And one of them is a god. The universe is a big place.
Yes.
And to tell your son, to be a son, and have your dad... Could you imagine your dad sat you down like, no, sit down. Sit down on your papa's knee. Don't fight anyone in Virginia besides two people. You would think you were the Terminator.
Yeah. Yes.
You would think you were the baddest. Dog, if your dad told you to don't fight two people in Alexandria, you would think you were the shit.
Don't fight two people in the school.
In the school.
In the school.
In the school. You
and I'm like, oh, I'm the man.
I'm the man.
Yeah.
So Resurrection F made me realize like how badass Frieza really is. And how strong Frieza is, and how important Frieza was to this franchise.
Yeah, he really is.
You know, Frieza, like, and we sat around and we talked about Frieza's the shit.
He really is.
He really was the shit.
Yeah.
And in Resurrection,
you know, he was like the original Thanos.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about Thanos in the Marvel universe now, and the brother was just sitting in a chair for like what 8 to 10 years. Frieza was in a chair for the like until Goku showed up.
Exactly.
Well, not technically not true. I mean, like when other folks, like when it got real sick, when the Ginyu Force got knocked out, then Frieza got out the chair.
He's like,
and they showed the Dragon Balls.
But even then,
he was in the chair the entire time.
Even though what we know now, Frieza could have handled that situation. But like he was like, well, I'll see where this can go. If you haven't seen Super, you're probably not gonna know what we're talking about. But Super ended, and then we get this trailer.
So tell me, Goku, why do you seek even more strength than you have already?
The Tournament of Power opened my eyes. No way I can stay at the same level I'm at now. I'm fired up. Just be the guy.
I don't know who he is, but his energy's absurd. Do it, Broly! How is this possible? Damn it, he's learning as he fights!
Magnificent. His power level is amazing. What the?
Looks like this is going to be tougher than we thought.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Getting stronger!
Yo, and then the streets went crazy. The equivalent of seeing that trailer was when I found out that Kevin Durant was going to join the Warriors. I was just like, what? How? Why? How? Like Akira, like making Broly canon. It blew my mind. I remember tweeting it out, and then like the hardest dudes that I knew were like, "Say word, Broly canon now."
We saw the movie. I guess let's just what do you feel? What do you feel about the movie?
I gotta say my one of my favorite parts, and it was right at the beginning, and I know this is one of your favorite parts too. Like they're talking about like why they're training, and Goku's like, "Well, yeah, I want to be stronger. Like we just came for the Tournament of Power. There's Jiren, like he's amazing. Like I want to get stronger." And they're like, "Okay." It's like, and Vegeta's like, "You're an idiot. Of course you're thinking like that." And Goku's like, "Well, why do you want to get stronger?" He's like, "Because you brought back Frieza, son. This man had killed our entire race, and you brought him back from the dead.
Dog.
I'm training to kill him. What do you think's about to happen?"
You brought back the devil. I got shit to do. I got a family. I got a daughter. I just got a daughter.
You brought back this demon to our race. I'm trying to. I got to get right for him.
Which explains why Goku's a bad character and bad father. But no.
That was the realest. That was one of the realest things I ever saw in Dragon Ball Z.
But I remember when we saw the movie and it opened up. The first 20 minutes is solely about Planet Vegeta.
Yeah,
I loved it.
And it was stuff that's in the manga supposedly.
Yeah.
But they were just like, we need to acknowledge like this is canon. Yeah. Let's put it in a movie.
So like it opens up and you get King Cold coming to Planet Vegeta, telling that King Vegeta like, "Yo, hey dog, I'm done. My son's running shit now,
and he's worse than me.
And Frieza just comes in there and he's like, "Yo, I'm running shit on Frieza. Here's these scouters. Don't make it go over 9,000. Blah blah blah." And it's pretty cool. And one thing you and me said in the beginning, I remember this because I looked at you. I was like, "Yo, this music is really fucking good."
Yeah. It was a good
like,
score.
the music is really the score of this movie is really fucking good. But the movie opens up. You know, we get Frieza, Planet Vegeta, and then we see Vegeta go into his chambers, and he's looking at his son Vegeta and Broly. And which is interesting because this is, I guess, a retcon. Well, not a retcon because Broly's not canon, but in the original movie,
no, Mark, this is a big deal because the entire premise of Broly in the Dragon Ball Z movies
that him and Goku,
him and Goku beef,
but him and Vegeta are the same age. If you know anything about Broly, King Vegeta orders Broly's death because he's too strong. and his father. They kind of kept it the same right there. Except for them being killed, they were exiled to a planet. And
a nasty planet.
A nasty planet full of nothing but like monsters and volcanoes or whatever. And
a friendly giant worm, hairy
puppy friend, whatever the
Dune, like it was a Dune.
Yeah.
With a smiley face.
And so that's where we are. And Frieza comes back. He wants to come back. He wants to get the Dragon Balls to grow taller.
5 inches.
5 inches taller.
So
no one would notice.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody would notice. Yeah.
You know, we find these two characters that I forget their name, but so much fan service on the one girl.
It's so ridiculous.
It's pretty ridiculous.
I'm realizing I'm getting older.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm seeing these anime and I'm like, oh, calm down, people.
Yeah. Like relax a little
service.
bit. Like, hey, I can appreciate a little bit of fan service, but like, they're really going like for no reason in between her legs, over her cleavage, like for no reason.
It's like you don't have to like squat down and point forward just to say acknowledge that you see something.
You don't have to like have the frame on her left butt cheek and then Broly in the right side of the frame. You know, like there's no reason.
Akira's a pervert. Let's just keep it 100.
There's no reason. But hey, fan service. The anime's gotta make money anyway. But Broly is exiled to this planet, and his father goes there to get him. And they're both stuck there. And the Frieza Force finds them, right?
Yeah.
And we're kind of like paraphrasing because we're trying to get through this, but we're paraphrasing a lot of this. And they bring him back to Frieza. Like, hey, we found this Saiyan. And he's like, oh, you guys are Saiyans. And Broly's father's like, yeah, and my son is the shit, Lord Frieza. Like, hey, I remember you. It's only been what? It's been, for him, it's been 20 years or 30 years?
No idea.
Well, no, yeah, Goku was born. It's been like 30, 40 years. And so he's like, I remember you, Lord Frieza. I served under your father. We're here to serve for you. And so Frieza takes him in, and they go to Earth to fight Goku and Vegeta. And this is when the movie truly starts.
And we proceed to get, what, 30 minutes?
Maybe 30 minutes of straight ass whooping.
Like,
Dear God, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Fucking great.
It's beautiful.
It's pretty great.
Like just sublime Dragon Ball Z fighting action.
Like, I tell you what, when Vegeta first fights Broly, man, Vegeta throws them hands, dog.
Yeah.
Like, he is whooping the fuck out of Broly.
He's on one.
Like, hand left, hand right, like, knocking this shit out of him. And it's just the animation, everything.
Fantastic.
Fucking spectacular.
Fantastic, yeah.
And then Goku gets involved. And you wanna
Well, you know, Goku goes in, and Goku's throwing some hands as well, and then we're slowly realizing that like Broly's a real one.
Yes.
And so anytime like they're doing an effect on, anytime I hate you. Anytime you put an effect on Broly, like it does nothing, and in fact he does the same effect, like does the same move on you.
Yeah.
And then he's just getting bigger and stronger and bigger.
This is one part of the movie that I don't like because I wish that they would have went deeper on why Broly's so strong.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping that like
they'd acknowledge the legendary Super Saiyan guy.
Yes,
joint.
and like Broly's like mom or Broly's ancestor was the first Super Saiyan, or Broly's ancestor was the first Super Saiyan God. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why he's so strong.
Nope, just a berserker.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Whatever.
So like Goku becomes, I think he goes Super Saiyan Blue, and
well, let me say, Vegeta in this movie goes God.
Yes.
And everyone cheered.
And I turned to you, and I'm like, he can do that? I was like, how can he do that? And you said because he's Vegeta.
He's Vegeta. No, and everyone was hoping for this. Apparently, in the manga, I haven't read the manga, but apparently he did this in the manga. He went God, but he went God in the movie, Super Saiyan God. And he went all the way. Did he go blue before Goku caught it? I don't remember.
Yeah, he must have. No, he didn't.
Okay. So,
anyways, so when he's fighting Goku and Frieza's talking to Broly's dad, and he's like, "Can he go Super Saiyan?" And he's like, "I don't know. I ain't
heard no Super Saiyan Lord
Frieza. And then
now.
Frieza thinks back to like, "Oh, we need to make him Super Saiyan." Remembers how he made how Goku became Super Saiyan. Proceeds to look at the dad, kill him, and then turn into a little punk and be like, "Broly, you're dead!
They killed your father!" This doesn't look good. Do you think he's really finished this time?
I'm afraid so.
I'm not so sure. Broly, look! It's such a tragedy! It's your father! He was killed by a stray energy blast! There it is! Show me your power!
And one of my favorite moments in the movie, and everyone died laughing, Broly's chasing him. Goku grabs Vegeta, they pass Frieza, and Goku's like, "Frieza, take care of him, good luck!" And they instant transmission away, and Frieza's like, "What the fuck?" And Broly starts to wave these hands on Frieza like no
hesitancy.
Fucking
He's like,
business.
"You're a person. I'm going to try to kill you."
What are you doing? I am the mighty Lord
Vegeta, quick! Come with me! Huh? What for? You're a perfect lad. Hey, what in the name of the multiverse is going on? Let go of me.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later. Got any sensu beans, Piccolo?
And,
It was so funny.
And I will say, and me and my brother have debated about this for a long time. I'm going to say that moment right there proved that Frieza is the strongest person in this universe.
Because he was able to withstand an hour ass whooping
He took an hour
by himself.
of Broly. Now, if we go back to Resurrection F for a little bit, Frieza said he never had to train. He got his gold form because he trained for 6 months.
Yeah.
So, the fact that he just withstood this berserker god of destruction for an hour, I think shows that he's one of the strongest.
I think it was actually even longer than an hour too.
It's probably. I think it was an hour and a half when you did it. Yeah. I personally think that shows that Frieza is one of the strongest characters in the series.
I just thought it was funny. And so why were they gone for an hour, Mark?
Well, so when they're first fighting Broly, Piccolo talks to Goku and he's like, "What the fuck's going on? Are y'all fighting the devil?" Mm-hmm. And Goku's like, "Nah, we're doing some shit."
And yet, he still asks, "Do y'all want my help?
Do you want my help?" And he's like, "Nah, just hang tight because I might need someone. It's a transmission."
And Piccolo's like, "Good."
So Goku and Vegeta instant transmission to Piccolo, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like, "Yo, we're getting whooped by the Saiyan. We need to fuse." Mm-hmm. This is a big moment because Goku and Vegeta have used the
earrings,
the Patara.
Yeah,
is that the right pronounce? Earrings to fuse and be Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
Gogeta is not canon. He was
has been well known for everybody knows him.
Yes,
but he's not canon.
Everyone knows him, but he's not canon. He was in one of the movies, but he's not canon. They fuse, this is a like I don't know if Toriyama just gave in, Funimation just gave in. Like, I mean, I love this, but just to be like, yeah, he's canon now. Gogeta's canon. Deal with it. Like, what were your feelings about that?
I see my issue was the trailers hinting to it.
Okay, that was a big thing. Like, I don't know.
I was with it.
Why would you show him in the trailer?
I could not.
I guess Japan, they don't give a fuck about spoilers.
They don't care. They're like, this is what you're here for. So yeah. I was with it because I mean, it's not even really the concept of canon. I was just like, I wanted to see him done really well. Yeah. And I got my wish.
You did.
I got my
wish.
We
did. You, me, he, Shim, her, all of them.
Yo, can we need to acknowledge where we saw. So we saw this movie in Alexandria, and like the theater was packed with some of the hardest dudes.
We saw some old Omar from the Wire niggas walk into the movie.
And bottles was popping the entire movie. Everybody was having like clanking. Everybody was drinking going in there.
But there were some OGs. Like, if you don't understand what the like definition, there were some real OGs in that movie theater.
There's some real ones in there.
Yes.
And they were cheering their butts off.
Yeah.
When Gogeta showed up.
Having a good time.
This is like the hood loves Dragon Ball Z, clearly.
Yeah. I want to say that our showing was, what, 70% minority?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Oh, there was only like 3 white people I saw.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gogeta's canon, and when Goku and Vegeta fuse the right way, and they start whooping the motherfucker.
It wasn't a fight.
They were crushing Broly.
It wasn't a fight.
Like, it wasn't even funny. I was like, all right, guys, all right.
There was one move. It was the last move where Gogeta just literally like gets into a space. It just lifts his hands up in the air. He's like, die.
How truly magnificent. I think this battle is about to come to a rousing finale.
That was it.
Die. And
Broly was straight up about dying. Then they the 2 irrelevant characters just
well, I hope we see those characters because I actually like them. Even though the female character, they fan service the shit out of her.
By irrelevant, I mean they're not relevant.
Yeah, they're like Jakku. He was in the space guy, the space.
Oh my goodness!
Patroller.
Yes, he's just like
they're just like him. They're just like him.
So they got to wish Broly to
be safe
back in his planet that he was raised in.
So can I ask you something real quick? Do you think Gogeta would have killed Broly?
Yes.
Well, because a lot of people think that the Goku side of Gogeta wouldn't allow them to kill Broly, but the Vegeta side was like, nah, he gotta go.
They were killing him. he was dying.
He was dying.
So yeah, I think they absolutely would. Now, Goku would have wished him back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that could happen. But nah, that he was gonna die.
Yeah,
he was absolutely gonna die, in my opinion. So I guess the question is, we're at time. So let's talk about our kids. and how we introduce this to him.
So Dragon Ball Z is just a whole series. It's funny. I'm gonna have a little controversial opinion here. I think I'm gonna mention this to my daughter. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's other anime that I really want to share with her. Like, I really can't wait till I can sit down and watch Brotherhood.
Absolutely.
I sat down and watched Brotherhood with my wife. I'm really feeling My Hero Academia right now. Me too. I can't wait to watch that with my child. It just brings a lot of joy to me. That series in general just brings a lot of, like, happiness to me.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is amazing. It's great. I think, me personally, I'm going to tell my kids to watch Kai. And if ever of a Kai version of Super comes out, watch that.
Yeah, I'm in a very similar boat as you. I'm not like Dragon Ball Z is not the greatest anime of all time. No. Right? It is probably the most influential both in our country and in its origin country. And it has influenced almost all dope action anime.
Yeah.
Like, period.
It's influenced non-anime shows.
That very true. Very true. I mean, it's a staple in our culture now. And so its importance is relevant, and I think that means that my kid needs to know about it. He's gonna know about it whether he wants to or not. But for me to like sit him down and to watch something that I'm like, yo, this is something that means a lot to me, you should watch it. Like, I think the only time I'll be like pushing this on him is if I can tell he likes long form storytelling. Yeah. Like, if Ian is like feeling like I need to watch like if he's like into like shows, not saying he ain't watching Game of Thrones till he can have kids. But if he's into like long form storytelling, I'm like, well, I got a thing for you. Here's Dragon Ball Z Kai. Like, go enjoy, and we can talk about some of your favorite episodes and fights. But besides that, there are so many other animes. You just named two of them that I absolutely can't wait to show my kid. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is not one of them, but I do think it's important for him to know about it. He's going to have to know about it. And potentially, if he's feeling long storytelling, that's going to be a good show for him.
I feel like we won't have to teach our kids about Dragon Ball Z. You know how like we grew up, we kind of knew about Run DMC. We knew about Tribe Called Quest. We knew about NWA. Even if you didn't, if you're a hip hop fan, even if you didn't listen to those guys, you knew of them. Yeah, I feel like that's what people like we knew of Speed Racer, you know, and things like that. Like, they know of it. They know kind of it means a big deal, but that's probably not what they're going to start with.
Yeah, I like it's interesting for me to think in like 10 years how big My Hero's gonna be. Like, it's probably gonna be up there. Yeah. And there's probably somebody's idea of a manga that's probably gonna be a bigger show than My Hero. Yeah. So who knows what they're gonna see and hear? But yeah, I agree with you. It's left its mark in our country, in our society, in the world, so deeply that they're gonna know about it.
It's like Mickey Mouse, right? I don't know. When I was a kid, I didn't know Mickey Mouse's origin. I know about Steamboat Willie,
which has,
you know what I mean,
which also has trends of racist stuff in there.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I didn't know about Mickey Mouse's origin. I didn't know about Bugs Bunny's origin. I knew who these characters was because they're just a staple of pop culture. Yeah. And I feel like that's how our kids are just going to know who Goku is. They're going to know who Vegeta is because that's reality for them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So when would you, if there is a time for young Kosi to see an episode, when would you show Kosi her first episode of Dragon Ball Z?
Here's the thing. Are you gonna start with Dragon Ball? Are you gonna go straight?
Nah. Because
I honestly think Dragon Ball is better appreciated, me personally, if you watch Dragon Ball Z first.
Maybe. I mean, my thing with Dragon Ball is like it's got too many adult. Like it's an adult TV show.
They say it's not as violent, but like it's adult. It's adult.
It ain't even about the violence. This is about like the straight up sexual references,
Bulma,
and perversion,
and Roshi,
and like just the adult jokes in there. Like my kid ain't watching Dragon Ball. Like until he's old enough to make his own decisions.
I think I'm trying to live by this notion that I grew up with, that like I think kids can handle more things than you think they can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess once they start wanting to like watch anime and be into anime, whatever, I was like, hey, your daddy grew up with this. This is where it's at. This is where it's at.
That is the oldest black man thing you've ever said. You want to know some of the stuff your daddy was into?
This is where it's at right here now.
Here's Dead Zone.
Write me a 3-page paper about it.
So I think for me,
Piccolo's your uncle. Tell me about it.
For real. I think for me, it's probably gonna be early. Like I'm probably gonna like maybe. I mean, we'll see what he starts to get into, but if he starts to feel action like cartoons, which I'm almost certain he is, I mean, he's only a year old, but I can tell this brother loves superheroes. Like, I have to read this Black Panther book every day.
Really?
Sometimes twice, 3 times a day. He loves it's his favorite book. And he loves reading books, but like, as soon as I come home, he'll grab the book, he'll come up to me, and we can't do anything else until we read that Black Panther book. So he's got that action superhero gene in him, and so it's probably gonna be early when I show him Dragon Ball.
I might be a little later because right now my daughter, she's into her show, she's into Sesame Street, all that stuff. But like,
Elmo runs your household as well.
Elmo is he's like the sixth god, But right now, my daughter is she's actually really into Steven Universe.
Oh, okay.
And Adventure Time.
Oh, okay. She got good taste.
She really pays attention to those. So I don't know if she's into action cartoons right now. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, the first inkling I get of like, oh, you like anime? Sit down. Go make your daddy some ramen noodles. I got something for you.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. So that's it. That's our take. Thank you for joining us on this journey of this 2-episode retrospective of Dragon Ball Z. Before I leave you, Nels, real quick, favorite move. Your favorite moment in the series, and then your favorite
Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super?
All of it.
Okay, my favorite. Well, we talked about this. It was when Goku went Ultra Instinct, and he was fighting the Lady Saiyans, and they were like hitting the move, and he does the Kamehameha right in her face.
He does the Kamehameha, like rolls off of her beam. Yeah, at one point the instant transmission Kamehameha he did to Cell was my favorite moment in the series. When I saw that, I just like
And the world went crazy.
the world went crazy. Do you
Like you can look at YouTube right now.
reaction videos
Yes.
of Goku, Kamehameha, and the Tournament of Power. You will have a night.
Yeah, that's your whole night.
That's
pretty
your
much.
whole night.
It's time well
whole
spent.
night.
I promise.
What's your favorite move in the series?
For the longest, it was Special Beam Cannon.
Really?
For the longest. That's how much I hate Raditz.
Really?
I hate Raditz that much. It was Special Beam Cannon for the long. They hyped it up so much, and it was the one thing that we saw over and over again. I never liked the Spirit Bomb. I just thought it was kind of like, everyone, give me your power. Love me. It was kind of brains, like, I felt like it was a little brainwashing. A little bit. There wasn't a lot of.
Give me the energy.
I don't think there was a lot of consent with that, and I just felt a little. I ain't like all that.
I always saw men that were like, now energy, now.
But Vegeta's moves are also dope, like Gallic Gun, Final Flash. Those are dope. But Special Beam Cannon is my go-to move.
I would say if I had to use in the world I live in right now, if I had one move, I think I would pick the Solar Flare. Because the Solar Flare gets you out of any situation.
It is never not worse.
It is never not work. Like the Solar Flare can get you. You could rob banks.
It's so useful.
You could get out of school. You could get out of work. You could.
Who first used that move? Because everyone started using it.
It was a TN move.
It was a TN move.
TN's move. And then Krillin.
That became Krillin's go-to.
Krillin owned it.
He had the Destructo disc. But once he got that Solar Flare.
So I think if I could pick a move to live in this world, I'd pick the Solar Flare.
That is okay. No, good choice.
But hey,
our producer just hit the move.
But hey, you know what? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Pop Culture Parenting. Nels, tell the people where they can find us.
You can find us everywhere at Pop Cult Parent. POPCULTPARENT. You can add at gmail.com. That's our email. But you can also find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. Straight up, just type Pop Cult Parent. You will find us. We're on there, and we're also available on anywhere and everywhere you find podcasts.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
She go